Sorry, what was that, Gemma? Make sure you look ready and interesting.
I'm really tired. Like, Natasha, please stop looking all over the place. Please stop faffing around. Just ready. Eyes on the camera. Look ready and interesting. And I meant interested. I did mean interested.
How would you look interesting?
Balance something on your head whilst doing something else with your hands, and then you look
just
really
a standard
interesting.
day trying to get the kids to school. Mummy, carry this. Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
I bought a festival trolley the other day.
Amazing.
And I think it's basically just to get the kids and their rubbish to school.
Yes, because you walk to school now.
Yeah,
It's
we
lovely.
do. Yeah.
Anyone who worries about Natasha's commute up and down the motorway to come into us, which, you know, yes, admittedly is long, but you don't really drive much in between. When you're in Cornwall, you walk to school, walk back from school.
Walk to the shop.
Lovely.
Walk to the pub.
Whereas you used to spend
To the ice cream
lot
shop.
of
All
time
the
in the
important
car.
stuff.
Hours of every day, really.
Oh, it was a waste of my time and my life. Not anymore.
And the kids were in the car a lot, and now
Don't
they're
like
not,
it.
which is
Nope.
lovely.
Nope, they are
Natasha,
running feral.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Wild in the wilderness. You've got a lot of stuff on that there desk.
Yeah, I have.
It's Make It Monday.
It
Hi,
is
everyone.
Make It Monday. Good morning to you. Happy Monday to you. I hope you're having a fabulous time. Did you have a fabulous weekend? Last week we went out 5 times.
5.
Not on air.
Yeah.
Not out. I mean, that would equate to a social life. We certainly don't have that.
Not you, Tash. Not all of it.
Not
'Cause
you.
You didn't do Wednesday or Thursday.
Lazy.
But you did the others. Well, you did do 2 with Create and Craft, so it was still 5 for you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
I
all right.
did
I'm
5.
glad that we have now established that I'm not lazy.
We
This
both
is
did
good.
5. I did 5.
I know.
I was on every day. Oh my gosh.
There you
I bet
go.
everyone's sick of the sound of me. I'll sit here and henceforth, forthwith, shut up my trap.
You're right. We both know that's not true, Gemma. So why even promise it?
Oh no.
No.
Sols. Sorry, not sorry.
Right. Today we have we are doing the crane block. This is our Japanese Baltimore, courtesy of the very, very talented Leesa Chandler. Thank you very much, Leesa. We love you very, 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 very much. Her fabrics are exquisite. If you have not rummaged through our website to find her fabrics, we absolutely adore them, and are therefore one of the only places in the UK that you can get them.
Yes.
Yes,
And
yes,
if you
yes, yes,
haven't
yes.
tried Lisa's fabric,
Give it a go because it's exquisite.
you do owe it to yourself.
You do. When I first met Leesa, her opening gambit to me was that her fabric was of better quality than Liberty. Now, we stocked a lot of Liberty at the time.
We did.
And
We don't know. This is better.
Leesa's.
Yeah, it's better.
I mean, you know, yeah,
The stability of this fabric.
is gorgeous.
If you, I mean, even if you're a new sewer, I think a lot of the time when you're new to sewing, you think, I'll use the cheaper fabric because I don't want to ruin it. With Lisa's
did you fall
fabric,
into that gap
yeah,
as well?
we all do.
No.
This,
Just don't. No.
This is where you can experience quality, and it's going to really help your sewing because you don't
It's
get
not. Yeah.
problems with it. It sews
The reason,
beautifully.
a vast majority of the reasons when people start sewing, and you are so right on this, is that people buy cheap fat quarters. There is a time and a place. Don't get me wrong, there's a time and place for all of
Sure.
these. But if you are just learning and you want a fabric that is going to be, you want a fabric that's going to be stable, and the cheap stuff isn't, it's just not as tightly woven.
No.
This is beautiful. And on top of that, it is exquisitely printed.
Yes.
And there are only a couple of mills in the world that can do the techniques that are on these fabrics. So when you get them, you just know. And Leesa is so precise and so on it, and she just insists on the best quality. And we
Right, Leesa?
We are fabric snobs together, so
Yes.
we are kindred spirits. Right, so today is the crane block.
It is.
This is your favourite one, isn't it?
I love this
You
one.
love
Look
the crane
at
block.
them.
Do you know, I think also you love it, but oh, hang on, there's a thread on there.
The technique in there as well, though, look.
The techniques, but also because it's your sitting room colours.
It's beautiful.
I mean,
It's
it will
beautiful.
go.
But I really love the techniques, and I think it's beautiful.
Could easily be a swan if you put a little black bit there.
Yeah,
If you wanted to do it as a cushion and have beautiful regal swans, maybe you want to
Lovely.
give it as a gift for a wedding couple, you could put their initials in there,
You could.
embroider that on there. Lots and lots of ways to make this
Lovely.
block. It is part of the entire quilt, but we sell the blocks individually each month. So if there is just one that has tickled your fancy,
Yes.
or a couple, and you don't want to make the whole quilt,
Yep.
or maybe you did the Oriental Baltimore and you want to add a few bits of colour like this in, we have done so far the bamboo cushions to go with it, or a bag if you're
Yeah.
gifting it to someone. Gorgeous.
Shall we go in order, actually? First month.
Was the parasols.
That's the one.
And what I love about this is that it's all stick your fingers in and have a good
I always
time
love the 3D elements.
on the quilt. And then we
Second month was
did
that their
butterflies over here. They are our butterflies. And then we did the hemp block down
Hemp
here.
block.
And now we are doing the cranes.
We are. Every month we'll be here.
I know
first
this
Monday
is
of
the
month.
gong, but
The codpiece.
the god.
No, it's been nicknamed the codpiece. And Leesa, if you are watching, with absolute respect, this is no disrespect to your quilt, but Natasha had been waiting for this quilt to arrive.
Oh my goodness. This,
and
yeah,
it was missing.
it was missing. And
we
can you
felt
imagine?
sick.
This had been handmade by Leesa and she posted it from Australia to here. And
We
it
felt sick.
yeah.
Everyone claimed to not know where it was.
And then it got sent to the wrong industrial estate
Yeah.
and given to a completely different company.
But the Royal Mail hadn't worked that out.
No,
No.
we had to.
Yeah. Well,
And then the guy
Yeah.
that had been on holiday goes, "Oh, I know where it's been."
he worked out
Parcel
where it
for us.
been.
And yeah, and he went and he got it for us and he brought it back and
That's
it'd be
our,
opened and everything.
Our very lovely and very good looking postman.
You find him attractive.
Well, you know,
Me less.
he's not tall enough. And obviously I'm extraordinarily happy with my lovely husband, but he's got a nice face. And who doesn't like a handsome postman in the mornings?
Wow.
It's a welcome sight. But the point is, he came here back off
There
his
is a
holiday.
point to this story.
Back
Yeah,
off
yeah.
his holiday, before it becomes about me thinking the postman's good looking. And he knew where it would be, and we'd felt so sick. So
Yeah,
sick.
and he went and got it and he
He
brought it
did.
back. And so I whip it out the box to show him exactly why we were as excited.
And can we just relive this? You were
And I
folded
d-
over with the quilt, and then you threw your arms out as you stood up and went, "Look!" And that gong piece in the middle was
Went,
just at
"Woohoo!"
top level, and you went, "Look!" And the gong piece flapped, and it was like a sporran waving in his general direction. So we now affectionately refer to the gong as the cod piece. Leesa, I'm ever so sorry.
Soz
but you
Leesa.
had to be there because Tash, being tall and being leaning back with the quilt in front of her, didn't see it. What she saw,
Thrusting at the postman.
isn't it beautiful? That she saw a disturbed-looking postman who made his excuses and left, and we all fell about laughing and went, "Do you know what you've just done? Come here and do it in front of a mirror." And she was mortified.
So that's what happens when the cameras are off.
Yes.
Anyway, as we were.
He's a sweetheart, though. he's just let that go. He does still come back here.
He told us off the other week.
He did tell us off because
He told us off for having our music too loud. And he said, "I thought it was meant to be somber stuff because the Queen's died." I'm like, "We're celebrating her life,
Yeah.
not her death. We're celebrating the fact she lived."
Yeah, and we'd had such a sad few days where we'd all been really teary, and Jane and I had been exceptionally teary, and Inga had been really upset, and we'd all been upset. But
And then
you know,
I
some
came
of us
back.
we kind of went in circles with it, and then you came back and went, "Come on, you lot, play some music and celebrate that lovely lady's life." And then he did come and he went, "I thought we were supposed to be in mourning. What's with the party?" And you said, "I need to pull my team out of the drains. They're so upset." But yeah, whoops. It wasn't.
It was going loco down in Acapulco.
It was going loco down in
We're
Acapulco
dancing
at
around
that
the
point.
warehouse.
Yeah.
So Anyway, so we digress. Lisa's gorgeous sarong / very big scarves,
Yes.
which we love, and we do actually have a pattern where you can change these into a kimono
Yes.
in I think like 3 easy cuts and 5 lines of stitching,
Amazing.
all straight line stitching as well.
Brilliant.
And so we thought we're going into the season where you need a scarf. I don't know about you, neck problems for me. I always have to have something around my neck.
Yeah.
So we've put those on a really incredible special deal. We're taking £10 off.
Yeah, don't be put off by the fact it's a sarong, because
Oh no, it's just a big scarf.
We all wear them as just a big scarf.
Yeah.
And they look beautiful.
I tell you what, we've got the black
lightweight
version that we've sold out of.
Shall I
Yeah, so I can. Yeah, go on. Whiz down on the back, thank you. So we've got, because these are in the packet. I don't want to take them out, but we've got a lovely sort of autumnal orange one, and that's got the big Waratah. They've all got the big Waratahs.
Genuinely, this was on the mannequin around her neck, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
This was on Beryl. In our
We don't have any of the black ones left. We didn't have
office.
as many of these, but so
Well,
this is the size of them. Like that. And they've all got this lovely print on.
Wonderful.
There you go. One scarf.
I will point out that Natasha can't wear a scarf. She doesn't do it well.
Well, no, because of my microphone.
Oh no, this is true.
I can't.
But I'd tie a knot and go and make it almost,
Well, no, you would,
infinity scarfy snoody like.
Yeah.
But she's a beaut, isn't she?
What Gemma would do is that. That's what she said. But I can't because of my microphone.
No.
So anyway, we've taken £10 off.
The pomegranate and sage one I have worn to death, and wherever
Love
I
it.
go this is admired. In fact, I bought one and my mother half-inched it, so I had to buy another one.
Yeah. Eds.
Well,
Eds.
she does have the right. She gave birth to me and all
She
of that.
brought you into this world,
I know.
Gemma Lala. So
What a woman.
What a
What
woman.
a woman.
We can all blame Eds.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes, you
Now,
can.
we had, on our website the other day, we had these back up and running. And these are the samples for what the kits will make. And they are the... I've got so much on this desk. Shoving it all out of the way. So, let me show you this. This kit here, you get a fat quarter of HH650, a fat quarter of our pink glitter PU, a fat quarter of our beautiful, beautiful floral, small floral in gold and ivory from Leesa Chandler. And then you see this one, I love this because there's enough fabric in that fat quarter there. So if you've never tried Leesa's fabrics, give these a go. These are Leesa's, that's glittery. But look. I've centered down the middle of it. If you've got a gardener friend, how beautiful is that? Now, what we didn't have loaded until today are all of the cords.
Beautiful, aren't they?
They're really beautiful. And it just makes all the difference. You see, and then when you open it up, you have to excuse the stuffing in there. But that's what, they're roomy. They're really roomy. And then when you want to close them with the cords, it's just so easy. And then you tie a big bow in there like that. And that is how these are going to go. So in terms of the cords, I've got gold. Yeah, do you know what?
Sorry,
I
you've got
didn't
what,
know whether to go with gold or not for that one.
Sorry, with what?
Gold!
Thank you.
The red would also look spectacular, and also the black. And this is the next kit that I am going to show you.
These are fabulous.
Aren't they? They're great Christmas makes as well. Christmas gifting. Fat quarter, fat quarter, fat quarter, fat quarter. Papa! And then you choose which ribbon, because really it's difficult to know which one to choose. These cords are all on the show today, on the show page. Make It Monday show. Gemma has tagged them all because she's clever like that.
Go on to the watch live page, it'll all be there.
And there it is with your glittery bottom, and away you go. That is another
Love
set.
a glittery bottom.
And you get the instructions with these for free.
I'm just going to, again, observation time, but if you've not sewn with the glittery stuff before, again, don't be afraid of that either.
Really, really, really easy. The one thing that I would change in the pattern if you are working with the glitter PU is to interface the full size of your lining with your HH650.
Yeah.
It just is a game changer, because it's not heavy PU.
No.
So when you cut out your pattern piece for your lining fabric, interface it,
Yes.
cut it out.
Nice.
And the way that you get all four out of your fat quarter is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice. Nice.
And then you still have a little bit left over, okay? But don't think you're going to get 4 in along there.
Stuff for the
It's a
stash.
non-directional fabric. So don't cut strips, else you're going to be in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, many of you already bought these instructions for the square drawstring pouch. If you didn't, and you're looking at these fabric kits, they don't include the instructions. We've done that because so many of you want to make multiples.
Oh, is this one not? That's the difference this time around, is it?
That's
Sorry,
the-
I just said it did have the instructions
okay.
in
No,
it.
I say this, Tash.
No,
hang on.
sorry,
Let me
sorry, I'm
check,
wrong.
Let me check. Oh, honestly, we're at cross purposes. Let's see. The you know what? If you're right and I'm wrong, I'm going to right plonker. There comes that word again. Where are we? Leesa square drawstring bag. It might be actually, because I think, with the glitter, maybe we did with this one.
instructions in for free.
Do you know? I stand corrected. There are instructions and templates. So yes,
Yeah,
if you've already
the
got
instructions
them,
and templates are in there
Yeah.
for free.
if you've already got them, great. Gift the instruction and template. What a fabulous thing to give.
The other thing to say is that with your offcuts, you can make this little make that we're going to make today.
I love a make that uses offcuts.
Because I am very, very, very aware that we have, with some of these techniques that we are doing for the Japanese Baltimore, we've done them quite a lot.
Yes.
So we wanted to bring you a show that was a little bit different, because you can go back and look at any of the other shows for the techniques that we've done before. Now this, I love this with the red, look at that. Do you know what, actually, if I was to do this one again, Gemma, this might be one that I would put the gold with, or look at the natural.
Nice.
That would look lovely with it as well.
Really would.
Decisions.
They're all nice.
Or if you want ribbon and you don't want cord, if you want a softer finish, then I have got these. They're 5mm, so 1/2 centimetre, and I bought lots of the black because I thought that'd be really useful.
Nice.
Yeah. And otherwise you've got ivory, you've got a dark teal and an aqua colour, because they went with that one.
Lovely.
And then I thought all of those, that would go with that. And then the black would go.
Well, the other tealy ones will go with the other tealy bag, I'd have thought as well.
Well, yes, exactly. So that's for the darker teal. That's for that one.
Yes.
So that was my thinking behind it. There has been thought.
There has been thought.
I know, it's so surprising.
Always thinking.
Up here for thinking, down there for dancing.
Yeah.
That's the one. So that is the last of those kits, but again with what you have left over.
Beautiful. That desk is getting a little clearer now. I can see how you're going to function. I was starting to question it.
Getting there. Right, okay, now, very, very, very quickly. I'm going to make
cute.
that in a minute. Yeah, I know, they're lovely, aren't they?
Sneaky peek, sneaky peek.
Sneaky. Now, a little while ago, oh look, there's me bug eyes, we made the any size tablet case, velvet any size tablet case. It's been in my bag.
This was another very,
This was
very
a
popular
really
make.
popular one. We just go overhead.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks, love. And it shows you how to measure your tablet, add on what you need to, blah blah. Because, and this was lined in our midnight tablet, in our midnight velvet. Because what I found is that small people with sticky fingers, actually, when you put this into a velvet lined case, it kind of cleans the screen. Useful. So that's the original one. Ouch, there. That's my sample piece. This is what I had left over from my kits from making. So again, if you have leftovers, why not make a velvet lined little scissor case? Because you've got plenty left over. Now, there it is, made up in your velvet. I've got some rather fabulous sparkly buttons, and so that's what. And again, I said to you, Gemma, the other day, if you were to make Guy, your husband, something, what would you make him? And you said to me, apart from stuff for the caravan, something like a tablet case.
Yeah.
And that was what you said. And so these are fabulous for that. And if you've got anyone that loves botanical things, and also I think these fabrics are quite Christmassy and decadent as well, so they make beautiful gifts. And they do not break the bank, because you have got the instructions, and then you've got a fat quarter of your Leesa Chandler, and a fat quarter of your velvet. Now, what you choose to put in there is up to you. You might have offcuts of wadding, you might have H640, you might have HH650. It's up to you how plush you want that to be. So you put in the middle what you want to put in the middle. But like I say, having made that, I still have...
Oh, fantastic. Oh, who's ringing you?
My sister.
Oh.
That's all the fun. Didn't realise it was that late. There we go. And that's how much you have left.
Beautiful.
Overhead.
Oh,
Yeah. You've got all of that left.
beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Tablet cases, though, they are brilliant make for, like you say, with Guy, how many things can I make him? Not many, because
Yeah.
he's a chap and they're difficult to make for. But also I made one for my stepdaughter, who has downright refused to let me make her anything ever. She chose her fabrics and I made her a velvet lined
it.
tablet case. Brilliant.
Loves it.
But for her laptop, because the instructions you've given there are any size. So I measured her
Perfect.
laptop.
I've also
It's
got one for my computer.
brilliant.
I made one for my
Oh,
computer as well
really?
because I've got one that has a
Yeah.
fold down thingy.
Really
So
adaptable.
all
And
great.
If you've bought a tablet case or a laptop case, A, the size is rarely correct, and B, they are seriously expensive.
Do you want to see how to make it?
Yes, please.
Right sides together.
One of my favourite makes.
And quarter of an inch.
Such an easy make.
So beforehand, I've taken inches of 6 inches of the elastic, and just found the middle and pop that in there.
Brilliant.
Do the same with this side.
This is where you have to make sure that your elastic's the right way round on that first piece.
Yeah, just
So
poke
you loop
it
it
in.
inwards,
Yeah, you do loop
and
it in.
your
I'll show you
raw
that in a
edges are
minute.
sticking outwards.
I think I've probably done that before now. Oh no, Vicky did it, didn't she?
Vicky did it,
Wasn't
and
me that
it's
did it.
the
Vicky
most
did it.
common error is to put your loop facing the wrong way because
Yeah.
your brain's not thinking backwards, which it
So-
kind of needs to.
So yeah, the loop just goes down into there.
And the raw edges are sticking out with the raw edges of your fabric.
All of that along there. And then you just
Oh, look.
pop them right sides
That
together.
looks fantastic, that colour together. Ooh.
No, I know. You will match that up and sew all the way around it. And then leave a turning through gap in your velvet, turn it through, and you will then have...
They're one of the fastest makes
Yeah,
ever. And
I'm not going to do all of it
so
because we've got lots to
beautiful.
get through. But it will basically be like that. Now, buttons, because you will then bring that across to button on the front there. So just imagine that's all sewn. I've got some button options for you. I promised you some blingy
Fantastic.
buttons, didn't I, for today?
You
so
did.
I have button blinged this up. Look, I'm going to go on a close-up here, Gemma.
Of course.
Look at this. And it's sort of got like a goldy colour around the edge. And there you go, that's the back of it, so that you can sew that on there. So that could be there on there. And then
Actually,
that can
used
come around.
H640 in that one.
I've used H640 on one side and HH650 on the other because I was using up my scraps.
Well,
The
why
other
not?
button option that I've got for you, if you want big blingy buttons, you might want to get wooden ones or whatever, I don't know. But look at the sparkle on that. And that's the back of it. Whee!
Fabulous.
So if you want a standout button,
Wow.
there you go. And these are at a silly, silly price. You get 25 in here, in each of these packs. And they are on for a silly, silly, silly price. So pop those in
Excellent.
your basket.
Gosh, 25 is going to last you a while.
Well, it is, but
Fabulous.
then, you know, you've got...
Brilliant.
You might want to use a plain fabric, you see, and then bring out your bling.
I've got a
And then
button box as well. I love my button tin. It's the one thing when I was a little girl I used to love rummaging through a button tin, and I wanted one when I was a big grown-up girl. I wanted my own button tin.
Yes, and I've got one.
But that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, there's the elastic if you want elastic. We've got that as well on the show. Now, we have done some deals with these because we have got a handful, and only a handful overhead, please, Jamal, of these left.
The Inspira.
Yep.
Micro tip embroidery scissors.
They are my favourite embroidery scissors because this is so sharp.
Mm-hmm.
It's fabulous. And that's the problem, you see, because I generally put all of my EPP stuff, throw it in a pouch or something like that, and I either stab myself on the end of that,
Ouchies.
or it sort of damages. It does damage,
blades.
or I don't want to damage them because I love them, and at some point we'll sell out of them, and then I'll be really sad that I didn't keep more myself.
Yes.
So I thought I'm just going to put a little case together. That means that can pop in there.
They did come with a little rubbery cap as well, but with the best will in the
Well,
world,
you
when you're
just lose
backwards,
it.
forwards, and
Doesn't
all
matter.
over the place, and they're clear,
There you go.
you might lose it.
So with your scraps,
So cute.
you can make that. Okay. Instructions are on the website with the template. You can do them in different colours. And always, 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 I'm using my cam snaps from Hemline. They are the ones that I go to. I've just cracked into a new pack of these because I use them so often. I've gone through. This is a great one because this gives you 15 different colours, 12 sets per colour in there. So it just means you've always got the colour. I've got the black one there. I've used the ivory one there. Perfect. Shall we have a look at how to make this?
Sure, the cam snap pliers. Our supplier has had them on back order for a little while now. So if you are looking for a set, as soon as those are available, we'll have more stock. You can always give us a little email, in fact, natashamakes.com. Or just check the website. Yeah.
Again, I'm scrap busting here. I'm using up my scrap HH650 because, you know, it's wasteful to always start out a show with brand new everything.
Well, and also it's unrealistic, isn't it? Because
it's not how we sew.
we try and use our scraps at home. Rightly so. These are quality products. They deserve to be used.
So it's just, it's one of those
correctly.
things. I wanted to bring you a project that you could use your scraps up on from when you have these kits, because you buy these kits and we're always generous with how much we give you. So with what you've got left over, what are you going to make with it, rather than just having it sat in a scrap box going, oh, at some point I will do something with that. So HH650 is double-sided fusible fleece. So I always will press onto a Teflon pressing sheet, because it just means that I'm not going to press onto my mat and have it adhere to my mat.
Perfect.
And because it's Teflon, it don't stick. So as soon as that cools down, I can just rip it off like a wax strip. It's very sensible.
Nice.
Now, your embroidery scissor case template has two uses. Okay, you're going to make one template like that, one full size, one like that. Fold it along
Marvellous.
that edge there. Okay, and so you will cut one. Just making sure that when I cut that, Gemma, just going to mark it.
What are you looking for? There we go.
Just any marker, doesn't matter, because it's going to be in that seam allowance. You know those little ruler racks that are just so
Yes.
useful?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well mine is so useful, it's just sitting at home with all my tiny rulers in it.
Oh.
Go me.
Which particular ruler did you have in mind that you would have liked right now?
I would have liked one of the small ones, like an 8x8 or something. No, as in Cornwall. No, that they're all the other rulers to take home.
Oh.
Gemma's trying to find them
I'm
for
now
me.
looking
Really,
and
really
you're going,
useful.
are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I could have sworn I'd seen a ruler rack.
No,
You've
no,
got
no,
a
no.
few ruler racks.
I've got a few ruler racks. Yeah. I'm going to give this a press. If you want fussy cut, then template plastic is your friend, and then you can really see what you are cutting into.
Lovely.
Okay. So bear in mind these are going to go right sides together.
Beautiful fabric, this.
It's really stunning. and I'm just going to cut
Under
out.
the Aussie Sun floral. And I can't choose between the colourways on that particular fabric. Just as I think one's my favourite, I look at the other and then I look at the other and
It's a really tough
hard
call,
to
isn't
call.
it?
Yeah, beautiful.
Really hard to call.
Beautiful. She's got a real eye for, well, we know she's got a real eye for the plants.
Yep.
With good reason. She trained as a botanical artist, did she?
Well, so that she could
Yeah.
create botanically correct. And when we say she, we're talking about Leesa Chandler.
Yes.
Obviously.
Amazing
Morning,
Leesa
Leesa.
Chandler, not she the cat's mother.
No.
Leesa Chandler. But the colour and the metallic accents as well, it's just so beautifully put together, isn't it? It is something really special. And then, yeah, like you say, the quality of the cloth. I just couldn't grasp that I was cutting these pieces and you're not getting fraying. There's no movement in your blocks, especially when you want to start quilting. And I think that's where a lot of people come unstuck if they've been successfully making things, especially clothes, out of, cheap fabrics or thrifted stuff.
There's a time and place, right? There's a time and place for
dressmaking and everything.
cheap
But
stuff.
when you start to try and quilt, especially when you're having to cut biased edges and things where you just don't want much movement or any movement, these sorts of fabrics where you've got that really tight weave, beautiful quality, it makes such a difference.
It really does.
Such a
So
difference.
you're going to pop these right sides together.
Wonderful.
And you are going to stitch around. Now I have got I'm going to leave a turning through gap on there. I'll probably leave a turning through gap down one of the sides there.
Marvellous.
So let's just pop to the machine. I am using obviously a contrast thread. You won't. No.
Quite useful when Natasha uses a contrast thread on screen because you can all see her stitches then.
That is
But,
the idea.
at home,
Yeah,
That's
you're
not
not
what
going to
you
want to do that. No.
well, I say this, sometimes a bit of contrast top stitching is rather beautiful.
Oh, well, of course. There's a time and a place for
There
all
is.
of these things. You see, now this looks like a really easy make, right, Gemma? But this took me 5 different goes to get this exactly how I
This had
wanted
a
it.
number of working titles and some of them were really not suitable for broadcasting. It was not the easiest design process, was it?
I was so cross with myself because I hadn't put aside time to make 5 different samples for this.
The actual
And
finished
5
make,
different drafts.
the finished make is a nice make.
Is a lovely make
It's
and
not-
really quick and easy. Let's just be really clear on that, really quick and easy. But the design process, sometimes the ones that you think are going to be the easiest turn out being the most tricky out of them all.
Absolutely, and that's what you
Now,
found with this.
I can judge a 1/4 of an inch, I can eyeball it because, I've done a bit. If you can't, it's really simple. You just sew off the edge and then just come in at this angle, okay? Or if you overshoot it or anything like that, doesn't matter. Just sew off the edge, come back on again.
Yeah, it won't notice because it'll be lost in your seams.
And then you're going to get said tiny. Honestly, everyone wants me today. Is the phone going again?
I might have to take it off you. I can just press the no button.
No.
On all your calls.
I am just going to take out the bulk out those edges. Like that. And like so. Oh, not again. No. I'm red buttoning you for a reason. Good grief. Trouble is, they've only just got used to. Can we go overhead now, please?
Yeah, of course you can.
And then turn it through.
Look at this.
We're going to need a little pokey stick or something to help you poke it through. So
You've got your thang.
my thing.
Wow. So dinky.
I know, it is. It's a really lovely, lovely make. And, you know, I think most embroidery scissors will go in unless they've got like a really fancy schmancy top to them.
What is it about small things that they're just so cute?
I don't know, but it's also one, like if you've got one of our scrap bags or our long quarter bags, because we've got the long quarter bags as well back in stock, where basically when we get to the end of a bolt, if there's a long quarter on there, we pop it in a bag ready for you. Ease out those corners, like really do make sure that you ease those out. And this is another reason that I'm really quite keen on the HH650 at the moment. It's not too bulky, it provides enough support. But then you see when you take that to the, where you've got your turning through gap there, and then you can just adhere that. Steam would really help, but my steam iron does not want to steam that much at the minute.
It's having a bit of an identity crisis.
And then we'll turn this through. Plain old iron.
Yeah.
We're comfortable with that.
And it's sulking about the weather.
I don't know. I'm just going to stitch along there.
Perfect.
Obviously, you would do that.
It's just closing up that turning through gap.
Yeah. I've just got a little bit of bulk that's just got caught. There we go. Okay. And then you can snip off any excess threads.
Lovely.
So let's turn this through. Finish off turning this through.
Now imagine like an entire collection of things coming together in matching fabrics.
I mean, wouldn't that be a treat, right?
I want a little EPP case.
Well, do you know, and also we've got the scissor keep for like 3 sets of scissors.
We have.
If you want those. But the little ones I always feel get a little bit lost in them. But yeah, if you wanted to matchy-matchy.
Yeah, you could have your scissor keep, which will hold 3 sets of scissors. Little one for these. Your hexie needle keep as well.
Oh, I love my hexie needle keep.
Yeah.
There we go. Right. So that's under there, that's under there. And again, you're going to give that a little press.
Lovely gift for a crafting friend.
And it's not going to break the bank.
No.
That's the other thing, because you can do it out your scraps.
Well, when it was Vicky's birthday, because she'd taken up sewing, I made her the scissor keep. And I bought her some, well, the Inspira, fabulous, fabulous quality scissors. So a pair of these that you've got here. And I think I got her some easy snips, because you know they're my favourite.
EZ snips, as SJ likes to call them. EZ snips.
And a pair of the bent trimmer as well.
Fabulous.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant.
Wonderful.
So then all you're going to do is sew around. That's it, job done. I'm just going to clip it if I can find my clips.
Is it right sides together overall?
No.
No.
No, it's done. It's done, Jen. So that's it. So you're just going to sew all the way around.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking.
And that's going to turn.
So
that's going
to
to
a contrast flap.
Well, if you wanted to do that, then you turn that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that, but I don't want to do that.
Just looking. I'm trying to see from here because I'm
If you want to do it that way, and then you can do that.
Flap.
Or
Contrast
if you want
flap.
to do it that way, do it like that. Or if you want to do it that way and do it like that.
Nice
Then
options.
it's entirely up to you.
Lovely.
How you want to do it. So let's do it like that, shall we?
I'm sat in the sinking chair. You see, I couldn't see.
Well, it's just, and it is just. This is
Personal
literally just down to your personal
Yeah.
preference now. I'm just going to top stitch around there.
It's a bit of a standing joke at the moment that all the chairs seem to be doing weird and wonderful things, but they're all different, just to keep us on our toes.
Yeah, they've all got their little different quirks, haven't they, at the moment?
But this particular one, lovely comfy chair, you sit on it, you're at a particular height, and then you just gradually sink down.
It's a little disconcerting, I'm not going to lie.
Not sure why. I just feel like I'm getting smaller and smaller and smaller, like a borrower in the corner.
Gemma the borrower. She's borrower size.
I mean, I
everywhere.
feel like a borrower most of the time anyway.
What, next to me?
So, well, yes, you're a clear foot taller than me. I don't need to feel any more like a borrower than I already do. Take your time, huh? Around that point. Marvellous.
Ba-ba! It's as simple as that.
Look
And
at
then,
that.
you see, what I would say is pop your scissors actually in.
Yes.
Overhead.
Oh,
Come on, Gem.
come on.
There we are.
Is it there now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't show on my screen, you see. It's just a little
Oh, does it
dot.
not?
There's a
Okay.
dot.
So pop your scissors in. And then fold that over. Mark where you want. If you've got the pokey tool, this is just fabulous, because if I want my my point there, I am just going to pointy that in, and then just pointy it through onto my fabric there. Just marks where I need the next bit to go to.
I love that you've got all the technical terms again today.
Oh, they're all there, Jem.
That pokey tool she mentioned is her stiletto.
Yeah. Should I go with the pink one this time? That's quite pretty. And then all you're going to do is... if you are using different brands of snap, just check your manufacturer's instructions. So this time my pokey bit has to come through. Ooh,
Yeah, there's
I
a
might
male
have to-
bit and a female bit, isn't there?
Yeah, there
Call them.
is. Just checking where I put my...
Yeah, Natasha's using the Inspira stiletto, which we've sold out of now.
Have we?
Yeah, we've had other brands before though, and they've been fabulous too. We do love a stiletto. We'll have to get some back in stock, I think.
Oh,
'cause
they're fab.
it's just
So
a
I've got the
staple.
pokey outy bit there, and then you want the bit that pokes in.
There's an outy bit and an innie bit.
Yes. The male one is the pokey outy bit.
The lady one's the innie bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Funny that. And there it is.
Funny. Okay. Well done, you.
So just a nice little quick make for you. There are your scissors then, safe and sound. Like I say,
especially if you've got a bit of sewing related stuff in your handbag, because how many times do you delve your hand
Yeah.
in and stab your hands?
But then also, you know,
Did
do
it
it with the
earlier.
velvet lining. That'll be gorgeous as well if you've got some of the velvet left over. So that is that. Now today's block, we're not going to do all of today's block because a lot of it we have shown you, like I say, quite a few times. I'm very aware of that, and you can watch back any of the shows that we've done on these for applique techniques. The only thing really, just to reiterate on this, you have got your black fat quarter for your background. You have got 1, 2, 3, 4 different blues there. And beautiful. These are all gorgeous batiks. You've got 1/2 metre this time because you want enough for the crane's heads, and they are appliqued how we have appliqued everything else, with your freezer paper,
Lovely.
and then snip around, turn under. We've done that every show, so you know how to do this. Now
First
these,
Monday of the month those shows have been, so
Yeah.
you will find them with ease.
in fact, maybe on this show we can put a little on this product.
Mhm.
Just say demonstrations with relevant bits are.
Yeah.
This is your felt for the eye. And then I've cut mine into 2 fat quarters because one I'll do for the body.
Mhm.
And then the other is this ruching. Now we've done this ruching previously a couple of times, but what you want to do is cut it on the bias, and you get all of your templates and everything in these instructions. Here we go, look, here's your template, and every month I've shown you how to put these together, so you know how to do all of that because we've done it every month. And here are your ruched feathers. So it's 1.5 inch wide strips on the bias. And the only reason that I'm showing you this is because I want you to be really clear about this being on the bias, all right?
So you've got a way of telling people which is which way and all of that, haven't you?
Yeah, so your bias is your 45-degree line. You see my 45-degree line there is level with my end there. And basically, when the fabrics are woven, the warp goes warp and the weft goes left, and they're woven like that. And these are really nicely, tightly woven fabrics. But the minute that you cut diagonally across at a 45, these can then wiggle around. Now you want that wiggling around in this respect because you want them to be able to ruche and move and curl. So you want that this time. So that's all good. So I'm going to cut myself an 1.5 inch strip. And again, we have demoed this multiple times. Was it the chrysanthemum block?
Yes, from the Orient of Baltimore. Yes.
Yeah, had it in, which was just stunning.
Lovely.
And what you will do, just love this fabric as well for it, just so regal.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. You are going to bring these long sides into the middle and press. Quickly do that. And that just protects you from getting any raw seams, raw edges. And we'll just do a little bit of this to show you because it's quite a long strip. But it is just worth showing. You can just see how it already wants to twist and bend and move. Start us. Now, along here, we are going to mark every inch, but I'm starting at 1/2 inch on this side, marking every inch. And then on the bottom, I'm going to move that along so that I'm starting on the inch line and then mark in the middle. So still marking every inch, but it's sitting directly opposite and in the middle there. Okay, now I've treated myself to some new needles.
You have.
I know, we've only got one of these
She went
left.
shopping in the warehouse.
I did. When I need something that's going to travel up and down, I can keep in the car, so I've always got needles, and it was this one. Love it.
Lovely.
There you go.
Good quality stuff as well from Prim.
It is nice stuff, and I'm going to just take a little. Ooh, that little one there, because they're all different sizes, and then just twist it down like a
Clever,
lipstick. Love it.
Very on brand as well. Natasha makes colours.
I know, I just had to have it. I will do this in a dark thread so that you can. I'm looking for my scissors.
Where are they? Where are
Oh, where are they?
They're both small and not
Hidden.
too far away,
Yeah.
but hidden.
So you're gonna start. Obviously, you will do this in
Hidden thread.
Yeah.
Discreet thread.
But I really want you to be able to see this.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can you imagine if she did do it in a matching thread? It would be the most ridiculous demo in the world. Can't see it, Tash. Can't see it. Still can't see it, Tash.
So I'm just doing a straight stitch, and I'm heading up to and into that crease on that corner where I've marked. And then I pull through and give it a tug. And then off I go again, this time to that halfway mark there. And again, you can see it's starting to ruche. And then across I go
Amazing.
It's such a simple but clever
It looks
technique.
so complicated, doesn't it?
But
It looks
just
it.
but ruche it as you go. If you've got a polyester thread, please use that, because cotton can snap. Polyester is much more robust, or if you want to do a double thread, then do. But you can just see that's starting to ruche. And that's it. That's all you're going to do. And by the time that you've done a length of that, you see, you then twist it and twist it. And it's just really, really beautiful. And that is it. That's the most complex thing in this item. And that is all you're going to do.
Wow.
That's it. That is
Amazing.
it. So all the other techniques we have covered numerous times. So do check those out and watch those. I wanted to recap that. I wanted to give you a few other things. It might be that you use up some of your scraps with some of these. You're going to have quite a lot of this left over.
Beautiful.
But you've got to cut on the diagonal. And by the time you cut on the bias, you don't have enough to then do. So you will have scraps of that. So that, you know, make that into a little case.
Or, you know, a bit of EPP going on with those scraps as well, because they're just stunning.
So that is today's show. I hope that you have treated yourself to everything that you love. Do have a look, because we sell a lot of Leesa Chandler fabrics by the half metre as well. They're absolutely stunning, just beautiful. So do treat yourself on that.
Yes.
Tomorrow. What is happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow? You keep forgetting
I keep
tomorrow.
forgetting tomorrow, don't I?
It's our plain
there we go.
subscription
Tomorrow is our
show.
plain subscription, and this is what we are making tomorrow. Should we have a look close up?
Just lovely, isn't it, this?
So I have been through the warehouse, and I have gone through and found all of the pink things in all of the world that will go with our pink subscription. You are getting 8 different pink fat quarters on long quarters, depending on what you signed up for. And if you haven't signed up, you can still buy the bundle tomorrow.
You can.
And that is what we have got on tomorrow's show, showing you how to make that.
I'm going to be controversial now as well.
Go on.
If pink's not your thing.
What?
I know,
Well, if you've bought other
I know.
subscriptions, you will have ombres of
Yes.
all the other colours. Play
So
with those.
You have got all of the previous bundles as well. We now, you know, we'll have those all lined up.
We're
Yeah,
quite a
we've gone
few
through quite a few
months
months
into these now, aren't
So
we?
if
Yeah.
those colours aren't for you, you can pop on, you can get a different month's bundle, and you can still buy these instructions, and you can still make this make.
Absolutely.
All is not lost.
You just need 8 different colours.
You just
That's
do.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. That is your lot.
Preferably in a beautiful ombre, and we've taken the work out of that for you because
Because-
those bundles are
well,
already chosen.
Yeah, but not just that. We've also gone through, and I've chosen, if pink is your colour, we've chosen all of the pinks in
That
all
will
of the
go with that
world
bundle.
for you. So there we go. That's today's show.
great.
I hope that you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining us. And we shall be EPPing our little hearts out tomorrow. Take care. Lots of love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.